Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everybody. My name is Robin J. Emden and I am the creator and author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. If you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, you're in exactly the right place. And I'm delighted to say that my guest expert this week is Elizabeth Pampalone. Elizabeth is a marketing minimalist, speaker, and the founder of Absolute Marketing. With over 20 years of experience, Elizabeth helps small businesses and solopreneurs create a year's worth of marketing content in just 5 days. Known for her innovative, time-saving approach, Elizabeth simplifies branding, websites, social media, blogging, and email marketing to help entrepreneurs achieve real results without the overwhelm. Elizabeth, welcome to Goalbusters.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'm absolutely salivating at the thought of what you're going to share with us today. It sounds really interesting. So could you tell me, whereabouts in the world are you before we launch into the questions?
I am in Florida in the US.
Oh, okay, that's perfect. I've been to Florida a few times, who hasn't? But maybe that's not so common for the Brits, although quite a lot of us get out there, don't we?
Yeah, we have a couple of people that actually are our good friends that are from England and then they live here now.
Yeah, okay, I probably know them. No, I probably don't. Okay, shall we do the questions?
Sounds great.
Okay, we'll get the clock up on the screen and we will start. And there it goes. So, Elizabeth, let's talk about what you do. Who is your ideal client, please?
I have carved out quite a niche, actually. There is a person who is running a business and they have come through as a solopreneur and they are in this spot where they're not ready to quite take on a full marketing agency and do all the things and pay all the money for that, right? But they've also kind of been DIYing and piecemealing and patchworking their systems. And they've gotten to this place where they're not ready to move to that next level yet, but they're also not wanting to stay where they are and they're kind of a little stuck. So it's that person who is kind of in the middle. They're really stuck where they are. Their marketing is kind of getting on their nerves and getting on their mind because they don't have time to complete all the tasks they want to. Their systems may be broken. And so that's where they are. They're just kind of in that stuck middle where they can't move forward and they really can't move backward.
Excellent. And you've also beautifully segued into the second question, which is what is the problem or problems that you solve? You've mentioned a few there, but maybe you'd like to drill down on that a little bit more.
Yeah, so when they come to us and they're in that stuck place, we really sit down and we kind of dismantle all their systems, take them down to that base level. And a lot of times what we find is that they have too many systems or not the right ones or ones that are too big for they're not at the right level for that yet, or they're too small and they're bursting at the seams. And so we take all those systems and kind of level them out to give them an even playing field. And we also teach them how to create that 1 year of marketing content in 5 days. When we sit down, we create that one website in 1 day. We create an entire brand with all the collateral pieces, all those print items, all those business cards, all that stuff. That's just 1 day and it's done. So when they walk out of that first branding day, they have a full brand and it's completely ready to go and ready to print. When they walk out of the website day, they come in with a broken website or no website at all sometimes, and they walk out with a website. When they come in for our social media day, we create 12 months of social media posts, written, created, designed, graphics, all the whole deal, and actually put into a scheduler all in 1 day. That's over 1,000 posts. The same thing with email marketing, written, designed, scheduled, and then also when we do blogging, written, designed, and scheduled, all in 1 day each. So we just give 1 day to each project and really focus on one thing at a time. And it's really helpful for them to feel like they've not only gotten ahead for the year, but also to understand their systems in a way that they probably never had before.
Wow. And I said you could get all of that done normally in 5 days. You could get normally done in a year, but what you've just described there is more than a year. And in 5 days, wow, that's amazing. Fantastic. Okay, so what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to solve the problems that you've talked about?
So I actually have a YouTube channel that has all of my teachings on it. I have classes and classes about it's all free. Everything is free. So if you want to know how to create your social media, all of it for a year in one day, I have like 4 or 5 different videos on that. I even have work with me videos that are like 4 or 5 hours long to really get you into that space and really take you through that process. I also have something called a pro toolkit where maybe you don't know which piece you're actually going to set up your system on. So for example, maybe you're using a social media system, but you're not sure it's the right one, or an email marketing system, but it's kind of not working and not delivering or whatnot. There's actually all the stuff that we use, all the programs, all the software, everything we use is in my pro toolkit. And some of these programs are actually free as well, but I've compiled them all into a list so you know which ones have been vetted and used over and over and which ones are the best for like the best bang for your buck. Because sometimes you do have to pay for a system. Like we actually use something for our legal stuff, like the privacy policies and terms and conditions and all that. That's really hairy, especially if you get into some of these systems. You might have to pay $500, $600, $700 for this. The one we use is only like $12 a month. So we really know that you still have to kind of pay for it, but at the same time, we found a really good one that's kind of set it and forget it. So all of that stuff I've compiled into our pro toolkit, which is free on our website, as well as all the YouTube videos.
Oh, stop, stop, stop. I'm not salivating anymore. I think I'm positively drooling. That's amazing. Thank you so much. All right. So moving on, but I don't really want to, but we have to get through our 5 questions. Now that we have a much better understanding of what you do, Elizabeth, let's dive into goal busting, focusing on how to maximize productive time, as if you weren't already doing that, to achieve business goals. So can you share any, I'm really greedy, can you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits that you haven't already shared? Because frankly, you've given us the crown jewels already, I think.
I actually do have one thing, which I think is amazing. I know we've all heard of this concept called body doubling, right? Where if you sit with someone, that's why we do our sessions in person usually, which is what I love. But if you sit with someone, you're actually more productive because you are working together, working alongside, or even if you're listening to a podcast and that person is doing the same thing, or you're watching a video and you're following along. So that same kind of thing. It's body doubling, but there's actually a new study that was done by Northwestern University, and they actually found that if you actually sit within 15 feet of a person who is a high performer, you don't even have to be talking to them, know them. It doesn't even matter. You can go to Starbucks and find the most productive person there and sit close to them. You're actually 25% more productive.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense actually. As long as you know that that is who they are. I mean, you're not talking
Right.
total strangers.
If they look great, they got to look like they're working really
That's
hard,
right.
you
They
know?
got to look like it. That's right. All right. So let's move swiftly on. I mean, because we have to, not because I want to. What should I have asked you today, Elizabeth, that I didn't? And also your answer, please.
Well, you didn't ask me about my sweet little family. And I do have to say that I have a wonderful son and an amazing husband, and I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I do without my husband. And my son is just a huge blessing in my life. So I do want to be thankful and grateful for them.
Oh, wonderful. How old is your son?
He's only 2, so I'm very like proud mama.
Oh, yes. As we call them in Britain, the terrible twos. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And
actually
actually,
pretty good right now.
sorry.
He's pretty good right now.
Okay. And actually, yeah, yeah. Give him time. There's always next year, and I've got 2
Yes.
grown-up sons, and I still say there's always next year. So
And actually, you perfectly illustrated your point. You know, you in the 4 questions, you covered everything and you had time to spare to talk about your loved ones, which I think is awesome. So thank you so much for doing that. Okay, so really now, what's critically important is I want people to be able to find you, so that they can. You talk about your YouTube channel, and you know you've got a website, and you've also talked about your Pro Toolkit. So I always ask at this point, how can people find you, and do you have a valuable free resource, the address for it that you could send them to? And we will make sure that that's covered in our video and also on our webpage where we host the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. So it's getabsolutemarketing.com. And there's a banner at the top that says Absolute Marketing TV. That'll take you to our YouTube channel. And then if you scroll down just a little bit, it says Get the Free Pro Toolkit. And the other thing about the Pro Toolkit is it's actually updated constantly. So if I find a tool has kind of fallen by the wayside, they're not updating it well, it's kind of like, it's a little iffy now, I will actually remove that and put something else in. I'll do research and find a new tool. And if I find a new tool that's exciting, I'll put that in there as well. So it's constantly being updated. So it's a nice place to bookmark.
Thank you so much. That's brilliant. And as I say, we will put the links to that everywhere. And well, I would really like to hang with you, but I've got things to do tonight, and they're all around getabsolutemarketing.com and your YouTube channel, I've decided, because that sounds really amazing, that material that you put out there. Thank you so much. That has been truly inspirational. Thank you for all of your advice today, Elizabeth, and all the tips that you're sharing with us as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.